Rolex watches are the best, right? Here is a man checking out the best 5. However, if you heard that the Rolex watches are fake, how would you feel? Terrible, right? Well, Rolex felt worse after discovering that some Chinese factories were making fake Swiss watches.
Danny, what is the top 5 Rolexes you can buy today?
Top 5 Rolexes, I would probably say the Canada Daytona, the Rolex Sub, the Pepsi, which is the GMT. I would say the Back Row, and then my 5th one, you know what sells really, really well is the Bruce Wayne.
Rolex is a famous Swiss watch brand and manufacturer based in Geneva, Switzerland. The brand was founded in 1905 as Wilsdorf and Davis in London.
Registered the Rolex name as a trademark for Wilsdorf and Davis Limited in 1908.
Rolex is not just a name, but a household name among celebrities and classy men and women.
During the next few years, Rolex was becoming known for its high-quality wristwatches, and many rich people were already starting to use it.
After World War I, the company moved its base of operations from Bienne to Geneva because of the unfavorable economy that led to business instability. Gradually, Rolex was able to recover before another issue arose. Being a household name, everyone wanted to have their watches.
In 1919, the Rolex Watch Corporation moved its main office from Bienne to Geneva, where it still stands today.
Unfortunately, some factories in China have started producing replicas of Swiss watches. It looked like Rolexes, but it wasn't theirs. For watches made by Rolex, each watch is accompanied by a unique serial number. The number helps to indicate its approximate production period.
The Rolex reference number actually provides information not only about the watch model, but about its material, appearance, and production period.
The serial numbers were first introduced in 1926 and were issued sequentially. But in 1954, Rolex restarted the number from 999 million to 0. Later, in 1987, there was an addition of 1 letter to the 6-digit serial number. To date, Rolex has introduced random serial numbers. They were so careful with their watches. It was painful and heartbreaking when they heard about the possibility of counterfeit wristwatches being available. Patrick Neal, a studious collector of timepieces from Rolex, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and IWC, tells Rob Report he felt duped and lied to. He said, "It's disingenuous to say something is made somewhere when it isn't." Laurent Lecomte, the managing director of watches for Montblanc, also has something to say about the watch. He shared, "If you have 2 watches that look the same, but one with Swiss made and one without, the client is willing to pay twice more for the Swiss made one." Soon, news began circulating about the counterfeit watches. Rolex was soon affected. Their prices began to plummet, and sales were affected.
This watch right here is roughly $40,000 if you buy it from Rolex. You can sell it on the open market, maybe $60,000, $70,000 right now.
People struggled to distinguish between a real and a fake Swiss watch. Rolex filed a lawsuit against these Chinese factories, and the case is still ongoing. There are reports that this is not the first time Rolex has faced similar situations. On December 2020, they once filed a lawsuit against ADG.
Rolex has yet again sued Artisans in Geneva. I'm so sick of hearing this. I love Artisans Geneva. I love their Submariners. I love their Pateks. I love their GMTs and their Daytonas. The entire story of this suit goes back, I think, like 10 or 15 years, really. But it does make us think about, what is the future of customization in the watch world?
It all started in February 2020 when Rolex secretly bought a modified Daytona from ADG for 30,580 Swiss francs.
The shades of blue was requested by an individual. They started with 116500. It went with a matte blue dial, recessed sky blue snailed registered with electric blur glimmers.
This included ADG supplying the original Daytona and customizing it. The customization also included removing and reapplying the Rolex, Oyster, and Cosmograph marks on the dial, as well as the crown logo. Before filing the lawsuit, Rolex notified ADG that it had acquired the customized Daytona and was concerned about possible trademark infringement. After Rolex notified ADG of this, ADG changed its business model. They did that so that it does not stock customized watches for purchase on their website. And this was what helped Rolex to purchase the Daytona. ADG transitioned to its current model, where clients must provide their existing watches to ADG for customization and modification. The court gave its comments on this. On the court's orders, ADG's website is now only accessible after the visitor accepts a warning. The warning states that the company is an independent workshop offering watch personalization services at the request of customers for private use, and that it does not manufacture or sell watches, nor is it associated with any brand. Also, after ADG personalized the watch, it must offer its customers a new guarantee. And the guarantee specifies that the original manufacturer's warranty is void. In February 2023, a lower court sided with Rolex. The court prohibited ADG from using any of Rolex's trademarks. Additionally, they must not use their advertising or offer their customizations. ADG later appealed this decision. Hodinkee requested a comment from Rolex on the case. Their response goes thus: Rolex does not endorse any modification of its products by third parties, whoever they may be, outside its official network and approved service centers. All operations performed outside of its control result in voiding all guarantees offered by the brand. A watch modified in this way can, therefore, no longer be considered original, that is, covered by the green Rolex seal. Once modified, such a watch can no longer receive the Rolex service delivered in the official network because it no longer meets the brand's qualitative standards in terms of precision, water resistance, automatic winding, autonomy, resistance to magnetism, reliability, and durability. They also reached out to ADG for a comment, but Artisans de Genève did not respond. While the lawsuit was ongoing between the two brands, the Swiss Supreme Court stated that it had never previously ruled on the issue of customization for personal use. However, they shared that it is an important issue. The court writes, "The growing importance of personalization of branded items is also reflected in the emergence of new conflicts dividing brand owners from companies modifying goods bearing the original brand of third parties." Apart from ADG, Rolex also accused first-class dials of producing and selling imitation dials for many Rolex models. Some of the imitations, they claim, feature a pink and white mother-of-pearl design. These models featured counterfeit branding and inferior gem quality. According to Rolex, such misrepresentations deceive their customers. It damages their ability to control product quality and destroys consumer trust in their brand. Rolex further alleged that their defendants had falsely advertised their products as 100% genuine. They also referred to it as original parts. All these, they claimed, are materially misleading. It also trades off the goodwill of Rolex. With these accusations, Rolex alleges trademark counterfeiting under 15 U.S.C. 1114. Additionally, they allege that their defendants used spurious marks that are identical to or substantially indistinguishable from the registered trademarks. This includes the Rolex word mark, the crown logo, date just, and oyster perpetual on unauthorized watches and parts. Rolex added to their crimes trademark infringement, unfair competition, and false advertising under 15 U.S.C. Section 1125A, pointing to misleading marketing claims that the counterfeit and modified products were Rolex items. The company states that it has suffered irreparable harm and seeks injunctive relief, destruction of infringing goods, statutory damages of up to $2 million per counterfeit mark, and punitive damages for what it describes as deliberate and malicious conduct. Due to the havoc caused by others, many people have filed lawsuits against Rolex. Initially, they suspected Rolex was behind the counterfeit Swiss watches. However, the tables are shifting, and the hatred is now being directed towards the authorized dealers.
What I hate most about authorized dealers is that they will leverage selling you other brands to help you get the watch that you actually want.
Now that you have seen the truth, do you think luxury watches are worth it? And what's your take on Rolex's inability to control the fakes? Share your thoughts in the comments. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe.